Hi everybody,
Hello!
my name's John.
And I'm Ané.
Well, that's John in American.
It's still Ané in American.
We live here in Africa and we really love going into the African bush and looking for animals and birds and insects and anything to do with nature. Just excuse Ané, she's looking at a bird.
We really love birds and animals and wildlife and nature and just about anything that's not part of a built-up world.
So we thought we'll share our love for nature with you. So come along with us. We're going to chat a bit today about zebras. So this question that came up, why do zebras have stripes? What do you think?
Well, I really love zebras. Zebras are so beautiful because they have stripes. They're so striking, and the black and white, it makes them really stand out in the African landscape. They really are so beautiful.
That's true. I must say, when we go into a park, one of the first animals you see is a zebra. I mean, you can see them sometimes from a mile away, and often they're right next to the road, eating the fresh grass next to the road, and you can get a really close-up look at them. They're really interesting-looking creatures. It's kind of like a horse with its pajamas on.
Yeah. And what I really love is little baby zebras, because just like their parents, they've got all the black and white stripes, but they've got an extra little feature. If you take the mane of a zebra, it's this stiff hair that stands up on the back
It's
of
like
their
a
neck.
punk hairstyle.
Yeah, like a punk hairstyle with black and white stripes along it as well. But on a baby zebra, if you have a look just above the tail of a baby zebra, they have like this extra long hair, which is why we sometimes call them bum fluff babies.
Bum fluff babies, yeah. We
They're
love
so
them.
cute.
Yeah, I totally agree. We've stopped sometimes and watched zebras for like an hour, especially baby zebras drinking from their mother. I remember the one bashing his mother, trying to get a bit more milk out.
Yeah.
I think life is fun for a zebra.
Especially on those long, bouncy legs that they're on. It kind of looks like they're walking on stilts. When they're just a few days old, they've got this tiny little body, but these long legs. Their legs are as long as the adult's legs.
That is actually really true. If you look at the tummy of the baby to the ground, and you look at the tummy of the mother to the ground, it's the same length. But the baby's far smaller than its mother. Yeah, it's like they're on stilts. It's really beautiful.
I've heard the reason why their legs are the same length as adults is so that if a predator was to look at the herd of zebras, they wouldn't be able to see that there's a baby zebra amongst the herd, because there isn't any one individual that's shorter and lower and visible between the legs of the adults.
That's interesting. Okay, I can see how that works. So, one theory I've heard about why zebras have stripes is that when they all run together, it creates this like confusing blur because some stripes are going this way and some are this way, and it's sort of coming and going. You can imagine that that's quite like a mix-up. And they say that that confuses the predators. In fact, it's even called a dazzle of zebras when there's a herd of zebra running together.
It is very interesting to look at a herd moving around. It does make it difficult to spot any one individual between all that moving pattern of stripes. But I don't know how effective that is, because lions are still able to catch a zebra. Maybe it does help, but lions still do manage to catch some zebras.
Yeah, shame. So another theory that I've heard is that it actually helps them have like air conditioning, because the African sun is really hot, and zebras pretty much stand out in the sun every day, all day, eating grass all day long. So I don't exactly understand how it works, but it's something to do with the hot air flowing faster over the black stripes and slower over the white stripes, which creates like a little swirling current between the stripes that sucks air away. But I don't really understand it. It got a bit complicated for me,
Yeah.
and it doesn't really make sense to me, because you often find wildebeest, which is a gnu, hanging out with zebras, and they are just completely black. So they're standing in the same heat in the same African sun.
And they seem fine. They're still managing.
Exactly.
Yeah. I heard a very interesting story when I was a kid about why it is that a zebra has stripes.
Okay, this should be good.
So it is a folklore story. Obviously, it's not based on anything real, but it's a fun way for children and parents even to remember stories about African wildlife. The story goes that all the animals in the whole world were just white. They had no decoration, no fur of any color, nothing interesting. They were quite boring looking. And then on a day it was decided that animals are now going to get colored coats, different colors to wear, so that you can tell them apart. But on the day that the coats were going to be handed out, the poor zebra overslept. He really didn't set his alarm clock for the right time, and he overslept. So he got to the party pretty late. He was right at the back of the queue. So when he got to the front to collect his coat, all that was left was a very small little black coat. Just plain, boring black. So what could he do? He put it on, and then he realized, oh, he hadn't had breakfast yet. So off he goes to the grass field, and he starts to eat and eat and eat, which is very characteristic zebra. Yeah. They just eat all day. And eventually he ate so much that he started getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and this little coat of black fur ripped all over. And that's why a zebra has black stripes. But that's assuming that a zebra is white with black stripes.
What if he was black and he put a white coat on and the white coat ripped?
You make a good point, because from what I've heard, zebras actually do have black skin. If you were to shave a zebra off completely, apparently their skin is black. Both their white and black stripes are actually just the color of the hair that's growing on them.
So if we shaved a zebra, he's actually black under all that hair.
So I've heard. I've never tried it myself.
Are there any zebras out there that are willing to offer themselves for the sake of science? We just want to shave your hair off. I've done it. You can do it too. What color is a zebra if you shave all his hair off? Sorry.
Put it back. A little bit more counterclockwise. So I'd say that a zebra is black with black and white stripes.
That's a very complicated answer.
It is.
So I've heard that zebras, if you look at their tummy and you look at their legs, it's mostly white. So they have stripes on their sides and on their back, but their tummy is normally white. Their legs are normally more white. So people say that that means they're white and they have black stripes. Also, if you look at the black stripe, it tends to end. So it starts thick on the back and then it goes down the tummy and the black stripe comes to an end. So that gives you a hint that it's white with black stripes. I'm really interested in this now. You know, I want to call my friend Jason, and he's a guide. He's qualified. He takes people out in the bush, and he'll know the answer to this question.
That's a good idea. Let's give him a call.
Let's give him a call. Hey, Jason. How you doing, buddy?
Hey.
Hi, Jonathan. Hi, Ané. I'm doing great, thanks. What you guys up to?
We're just enjoying some time in our backyard here, breathing some fresh air, and we were chatting about zebras. And we have a question I think you would be the right person to answer for us. Why do zebras have stripes?
And are they black with white stripes, or are they white with black stripes?
Those are great two questions. First of all, why do zebras have stripes? Well, it is a great form of camouflage. We call this disruptive coloration because it breaks the outline of the animal, which conceals the animal effectively. We need to remember that most of their predators see only in black and white. So the black and white stripes conceals the animal quite effectively, especially when they're running together in a herd. But it's not just camouflage against predators. They found in a later study that a significantly lower amount of flies sit on zebras than what they do on other animals. So it's camouflage against pests as well, specifically the tsetse fly, which spreads quite a harmful disease to zebras.
Never thought of that before.
Another reason for the stripes is that it is an effective way for individuals to identify each other, because each zebra's stripes are unique to that animal, specifically for the young foals and their mothers.
Oh, that's very interesting.
Now the second question, are zebras black with white stripes or white with black stripes? Well, the simple answer is they're black with white stripes. And we say this because if you had to shave off their fur, you will see that their skin underneath their hair is actually black. You can actually see it if you look just underneath their tail. You will see that their actual skin is black. So zebras are black with white stripes.
Oh man, you just have endless information in that head of yours. It's amazing.
Nice chatting to you guys again. Keep well. Cheers.
Thanks so much, man. That really, really was very informative. We enjoyed hearing that. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Jason. Stay
Have a-
well.
Have a good day. We'll give you a call another time. Keep well, man. Bye.
Bye.
That's actually very interesting. Wow.
I never would have guessed.
You did guess. You guessed a lot. So what I learned today is that we've seen a lot of zebras.
Hey guys. See, all three of them.
So that's our friends. They're purple-crested lories. And we will show you some cool shots of them up close someday soon. They live here in our garden and we love their calls.
Yeah.
We love seeing them. It's a beautiful bird. And yeah, watch this space. So we've been looking at zebras for years and years and years, and we didn't know the most basic thing. Why they have stripes, and if they're black with white stripes or white with black stripes. I'm glad we've been able to share that with everybody today.
Yeah, it was really interesting to actually find out the real answers to those questions.
We learnt a little story that's told to kids where the stripes came from. We've heard stories that other people have told us about stripes on zebras, and now we've got the facts from the expert. And yeah, I've really enjoyed this. I look forward to the next time we do a video like this.
Yeah, me too.
So we really enjoy making videos like this, and we really love any excuse to go out in the bush and look for animals.
You can help us do that by watching our videos and sharing them with your friends,
And hit that bell icon.
which I only found out recently means you're registering to get notifications when we make a new video. Did you know that?
Yes.
I'm not really into YouTube. Go do something. Go out in the bush, go in your garden. Look at gogos, which is a South African word for insects and creepy crawlies.
Hamburger,
Which means go well.